Ah, based. It's not live yet, is it? Right? I don't know. Okay.
Welcome to the last stream of the week. We're at Lodwijk Race 11 for the Rookie Cup, and the qualifying will start in a few seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So, a lot of people, about 14, and I'm in the commentator booth here with Enzo.
Greetings. It's been a while since I've been in here. Anyways, qualifying's just begun, and
It is
yeah,
dry, and it will remain
yeah,
dry for at least 30 minutes, it looks like.
indeed.
And the first one out are Panda and Nice Death Rage. His Nice Death Rage has already won the championship. The only championship here in Rookie Cup that's left to go is the Constructor Championship.
Indeed. Give me just a second. Speaking of constructors, it seems that Envision should have this one in the bag,
Well, it can still be
given
close
that.
because, yeah, there's a few drivers who can really make it difficult, and of course, a possibility of rain still.
Oh, of course, yeah. But right now, it seems Mogus, if they want to have a chance of winning this, they need to outscore um, Envision by at least,
Hmm.
I don't know how many points. I believe
A lot.
maybe, yeah. They
Anyways,
need, yeah.
um, and Fission has Leoparder back as he's been absent for the past few races. So it's two drivers for Fission Racing, and they will be able to decide the championship here in Lodwijk and maybe solidify it in Kilima.
Fingers crossed for the Envision team. Of course, you'd be being a team boss for them. You'd be very happy if they win it here.
Yeah, definitely, because we're currently 59 points ahead, which is, yeah, quite a margin. There really needs to go something wrong majorly if things want to go south. But
Hmm.
it currently looks like we can secure this one. And the first drivers are on the lap. Let's look at Nice Defred, the leader. He has gone purple 2 times. He's in sector 2 and now in sector 3.
Keeping it fairly pretty tidy actually.
I'm expecting to see.
Ooh, he runs
Ooh,
wide.
that will lose
Ooh.
him a tenth at least. But I'm expecting the pole time to be around a 14.5. Nice Death Rage
Meanwhile,
opens it with a
Leo's goes
15.1.
purple sector 2.
Yeah, and there comes Liquid Cooler 15.0. Here comes Junior 14.9. Leoparder next up. Will he go to pole?
Oh,
14.7.
wow. Not far off the practice times he was doing.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people have
Who
set their
else?
first laps. Well, now with Leoparder first, Junior second, Liquid Cooler third, Nice Death Rage fourth, Alf fifth, and Lamborghini sixth.
Estemba.
Estemba. Francisco closing out the first few drivers who have set a lap time and 11th. Hazard
Ooh,
setting a
Hazard with a
5th.
decent lap.
As Leoparder, the current pole sitter, has left the server.
Disconnection, perhaps?
Disconnection.
Fingers crossed he can get back into the server on time.
He has 6 minutes, so that's more than enough. And he set a
Yeah, yeah.
pretty solid lap time, so I'm not expecting. There he's back.
Okay.
Anyways, we have a few drivers who still have to set a lap time. AP8 and Colab have no time at the moment. Colab is on a lap. He went green. Colab is on a lap. He is green and he has some traffic in front of him. Tia goes out of the way and he has clear sight ahead. Server is slightly laggy today. I don't know exactly why that is. I'm hoping the stream is okay. So we will see the lap. It will be a P11 only. That's not a great lap
yeah,
time.
not the best lap, but he was held up by a couple of cars, so that might have played a factor in it.
Yeah, he did
I
go
think
wide
it,
at turn
yeah,
7.
which I believe he's gonna try rectify that this lap as Apex goes seventh fastest overall.
Okay, so currently Colab is 4th in the championship standings, 100 points behind Nice Death Rage. Then we have MP3 Junior with 63 points behind, and Liquid Cooler with 53 points. So P2 is still in a battle for that position, but the win is nearly decided.
Pretty much.
Nice Death
I
Rage
mean,
goes to pole, 14.6.
very nice lap. I mean, to be honest, Nice Death Rage has pretty much won it. Let's
Yeah,
be let's be let's be honest. Uh,
yeah. There's not a lot of chances for him to be overtaken, and there's something like I think Liquid Cooler would have to win twice, and Nice Death Rage has to disconnect. But even now, he's
uh,
already got 3 points
yeah,
secured at the moment,
yeah.
of course. Hazard goes purple in Sector 1. Someone who I don't expect to go to pole here today. Especially looking at his past few results, he wasn't in that top 5 all of the time. Always was able to keep up barely and then dropped or just gained slightly enough. Let's see what he does in Sector 2, entering the final corner of Sector 2.
Keeping it pretty clean so far.
Does not
Ooh,
improve, but it doesn't mean too
that's
much.
okay.
He is
Yeah.
6 tenths off still. Maybe he had a good Sector 2. Oh, hits the
Oh,
wall. No, and
ooh,
he's...
no, that's his lap
Ooh,
dead.
that's his lap gone. He sends it into the pit lane. And as I see Magnificent going off track completely. Hazard doesn't seem too happy about that one. As Colab is on another lap. He's 2 times green, Sector 1 and Sector 2, entering Sector 3. He has a Panda in front of him. Who is in the way. He blocked him. Goes to P10 only.
P10.
That might be a penalty for Panda, I must say. Liquid Cooler goes purple in
Yeah.
Sector 1. Let's look on board as he goes to turn 7 now. One of the most trickiest corner in qualifying, as there's a lot of time to be lost and gained in that corner specifically. Entering the tight section of Sector 2. Keeps it clean, nice on the curbs. Good entry. Nothing wrong with that actually. Does not improve, however. And his purple Sector 1 has been stolen by Nice Deathrage, who's now fastest in Sector 1.
There's a surprise.
Ooh, Liquid Cooler taps the inside wall on the last corner. Nice Deathrage improves again. Sector 2 purple. What will we see? Liquid Cooler goes to P3. Let's look at Nice Deathrage going down the straight now. I'm expecting a 14.1.
Oh,
A 14.1. That's a great time from him.
wow. That's a very impressive lap.
As Lamborghini Esteban has disconnected from the server, currently 11th. Don't know what happened there, but it does seem like he has to drive another lap, but he can't. As can he make it back, or will he make it back? As the last people are going to start making their way around to start their final hot lap. They have 1 minute to make it over the line to
Hmm.
start their next lap.
Do you think Nice Death Rage is untouchable at this point, or do you think someone could take his pole?
It could, but it's highly unlikely as we are still in the Rookie Cup, and a 14.1 is really high. It's above Rookie Cup pace. I would say Liquid Cooler taps the wall again.
That's a good point actually.
So maybe Leopard Jr. and Liquid Cooler can get close, but I'm not expecting them to improve over that time. As Leopard's best time is a
Oh,
14.2, I
Leo
believe.
corner cuts. That's his qualifying
Yep,
done.
and he will settle for currently P2. As
He can't be mad though. P2
Elf
is great.
Elf is improving. He's currently 6th. Hazard is only barely in front of him, but Hazard is also improving. Will he get the overhand? Maybe get P4 even. Let's see, where does he go? P5.
P5.
Will
Not
Hazard
too bad.
take back that position now? He's in Sector 2, entering the Sector 3. He does not improve in Sector 2, as he has not done many times before. Takes it very nicely, I must say. Then the final corner, taps the wall, and goes down to the straight. Does take P5, but if he hadn't hit the wall, that could have been P4. Ooh, he lost out on a very easy position there. Nice Death Rage and Tia, the last few on track. Let's look at Tia, person who can gain a few positions from this. Currently in
Whether he
P8.
will or not is yet to be discovered. Keeps it very clean through Sector 3, I must say.
Down the line, there's some easy position to pick off. Only 1000 will gain you one position, he does. He was tied with AP8 and now overtook him. Let's look at the standings. Francisco rounds out in P14. I am expecting the same strategy as we've seen multiple times, like Hoosier Trey on the wet tires and Andy on the wet compound, and most people are on the softs. Yeah, we have Estemba on the medium, Junior on the no, he went to the softs. Hazard is on the medium, Francisco is on the hards, and the lights, 5 lights on, and we are away. Everyone got away. Well, Panda didn't get away very nicely. Lamborghini Estemba lost his position as he rejoined the server too late to claim his original position, so he is last.
Quite a way back as well, might
Oh,
I add.
magnificent! He is completely off track and has lost all his positions. As Panda also corner
Damn.
cuts.
So, coming out of Sector 1, we have Death Rage, Cooler, Junior, and Leo in positions 1, 2, 3, and 4. Closely
Collab
followed by
with
Alf.
purple in sector 1. Of course, it being the first lap, it doesn't say too much. Did I just see
Of
someone
course.
go off track? in turn 7? No, I don't think so, as we've got a tight train of people behind. Liquid Cooler overtaking Junior for P2. Taps the wall, gets overtaken right away, and Nice Death Rage takes the lead with 6 tenths.
Sorry to interrupt, but Tia has had a great start. Went from what, P10 up to P6 already. Great start by Tia.
And Elf sets the fastest lap currently, 16.6 as an opening lap. Pretty strong from him. As Liquid Cooler completely misses the corner. What happened to Estemba? No, Estemba is in the wall.
Anyways, now that Liquid Cooler has made a mistake, that allows Kolab and Tia to potentially fight for a top 4 spot.
Yeah, Liquid
'Cause
Cooler is now in the
the
mix for the P5 position fight,
yeah,
and Junior is trying to chase down Nice Diverge. He takes purple sector 1, but I think he went slightly wide there on the exit of turn 7. Entering the tight part of sector 2, loses a 10th and gains it right back.
so right
Taps the
now,
wall.
so
Not
right
really.
now, Liquid Cooler is chaining Kolab and Tia, seeing as he is within Alf's slip. So perhaps maybe on this straight here, Liquid Cooler can drag Tia along, who's just clinging on to slip.
Nice Death Rage with some insane pace. He's already gapping Junior behind him. It's not really what you want to see for an interesting fight for the win, but it does look like Nice Death Rage is able to carry this one. What
Oh,
happened to
I just
Hazard?
thought hasn't. Yeah, I
Did he
just
go off
thought he's
track?
gone. Yeah, I believe so.
He is currently 11th. He had such a great qualifying position, and now he's
Ooh,
down in 11th. Leopard closely following Junior, who's in second. And then Alf is hanging on in the slipstream range on 1.2 seconds, with Liquid Cooler getting closer. Alf does not have the pace to keep up with the three in front of him, as Nice Deathridge already separated himself from the two fishing cars.
ooh,
What happened to
Tia.
AP8? AP8 is
Ooh.
in the wall. What is
Oh
happening to these
no.
drivers? He went off in turn 7 and is how, 10 seconds behind according to the delta, but it might be even more.
That is a
That
that is
does
a bit of
What that
yeah.
does mean is that Francisco is currently in the points. He will fight for 1 point in P12.
Go Francisco. Seems a lot of drivers are having steering column issues today,
Yeah, there's
but
been quite a few, as we had Hazard, Estemba,
Hazard,
and
Estemba, and now AP.
yeah, it's not been the greatest of journeys so far. Also, Mac on the first corner, he went off track
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Oh, Leopard corner cuts, turn 7 on the inside. No, that's not what you wanted to be doing there. You
That
lose
then allows
ooh,
Liquid Cooler and
1.7
Alf
seconds
to
behind,
catch
1.8.
him.
Yeah, they're getting closer and closer now. Might look like Liquid Cooler's mistake has been forgiven.
Yeah, I'll say.
Tia getting away from Colab in P7. Colab normally a stronger driver, but it might just be struggling on this
Ooh,
circuit.
Tia becomes a victim to the Sector 3 chicane, but can they make it back? I do
Yeah,
not know.
lost nearly 2 seconds as he was
Yeah,
quite a margin in front of Colab before that. Now Hazard is getting his way back already. He's currently 8th, but he has to
currently in a fight
close
with
a
with
really. Oh,
with
TS off track in turn 1 as well.
ooh,
Not what you want to
it's,
do. It's a
it's
lot is
such a
happening.
shame.
A lot is
It's a shame
happening. Yeah,
because Tia had a great start.
yeah, great start. It's still not a bad position to be in P7, but a
Of
lot of
course.
mistakes.
Yeah,
Already 3. Like I think the stress might be getting up there. because he had made a mistake in sector 3, then in turn 1, and then immediately again. So he has to
Mm.
keep it cool. Junior chasing the facts, 2.8 seconds behind Nice Death Rage already. Leoparder is getting
Meanwhile,
back in that slipstream range, 1.4. Will he be able to
very
close
nice.
up enough? Oh, Junior corner cut it. That is Leo's golden ticket to get back into that P2 fight. Can he carry Liquid
Mm,
Cooler along? I think he will. That also brings Alf back in to that fight. Now already a 4 second gap to Nice Deathridge. As AP8 has disconnected, he was already 15 seconds down. That does grant every finisher in this race points.
indeed. Meanwhile, looking at this gap between Junior to Cooler, potentially even Alf as well.
Ooh,
This,
Junior's off track
ooh,
in turn 5.
that's gonna be costly for him.
Leo is now right on the back of him. But looking at the current standings, I think it's more a fight for P2 and not for P1. I think that fight has that ship has sailed, I must say.
Yeah, Death Rage is he's
In
with that gap already. He's
He's in
chilling.
another world, really.
Yeah, he is untouchable right now.
Yeah, and that does currently he is securing his drivers championship, his first as he has joined this season. He's one of the rookies, and he um can close that very nicely, as he doesn't even
Ooh,
need
Junior goes wide.
to do much to actually.
Yeah,
Basically, he needs to finish, and he will become champion.
pretty much. He's had a stellar rookie season. Very impressive. Almost
Ooh, Leo
reminiscent of.
diving on the inside, goes off
Ooh,
track.
he gambles for it, but it doesn't pay off very well.
Loses a second there, now behind Liquid Cooler. Has to gain back.
But yeah, as I was saying before, Leo made a mistake. Is Death Rage has had a season very reminiscent of season 4 Dud, where every race Dud was yeah Dud was.
That is pretty well known for having control issues in Sector 3 of Lodwick, especially. He has lost a lot of positions there, but yesterday he still won with two major mistakes in Sector 3 again. Um, that could have costed him the win, but he had a good strategy, a good undercut, and still managed to win. And myself finishing in P4 secured us another Constructors Championship. Let's see if Envision can do the same here. Junior
Death
weaving on the
Rage
straights, which is
trying to
not something
break.
you will see
Yeah.
every day. It's better to just keep straight because you can't gain too much on the straights anymore after since this car, and you will lose most of the time you gain in turn 1 and turn 3.
Hmm.
Unless you go wide, then he will keep that gained time. And Liquid is right on the back of Junior now. Into turn 5, he keeps it ahead. Leo Potter is falling back a little bit, 1.1.
He's still within the slip range, but
Junior,
at this point he will be chaining Alpha long ever so slightly, but it's
yeah.
still there.
As we have entered the pit windows, 8 laps is around the tire life for the soft tires. I think most drivers will choose to go to the hard compound, as we've seen how that impact. It's easier to keep consistent on that tire, and you could even possibly do a soft hard to soft, but most people will go for the soft medium or soft hard medium is my guess. Let's see if anyone goes for the undercut. Liquid Cooler skips. Junior is in.
Yuna is
Leoparder
in.
is in. Elf stays out. Colab stays out. Let's look at Hazard. Will he go in? Hazard goes completely off track and misses the corner. Tia goes in. Magnificent skips the pit lane. Hoosier goes in, and then Francisco and Panda have to wait a little bit to get there. They stay out. Let's look at what tires they go to. Junior went to hards. Leopard goes to hards. Tia goes to hards. Everyone seems to be going to the hard tire. Must I say that Hazard is doing pretty well, even though he's on the medium tires. Junior now right in the fight with Panda. He cannot be blue flag as he isn't lapped just yet. Junior has to keep ahead because that could be quite a blockage if he somehow gets ahead of Junior. But what gap can Junior and Leoparder create towards Liquid Cooler and Elf? That's the main question because Nice
Hmm.
Death has that extra 5 seconds to play with, so he could stay out even one more lap and be ahead. But yes, Nice Death does enter the pit on
Yeah.
time, and I'm guessing he will also go to the hard
Liquid
tire.
cooler. Liquid cooler also pits. Let's see if
Elf and Colab both
both
go in.
Alpha and
Ooh, Elf is in the
Ooh,
wall. He did
that's
not
going.
prepare that pit lane entry and
Yeah,
hit the
no.
wall. Hazard is again out, but that's of course because he's on the medium tires. Overtakes his
So we
teammate
have
to be
both
first for now.
Mystic Motors 1 and 2
Nice Def
provisionally.
Rage went too hard. Liquid Cooler went too hard.
Let's
Collab
see
hard.
where
Elf is
Junior.
on the hards. Magnificent and Panda most likely are also gonna go to the hard compound.
Cool. So Junior jumps cooler with Leopardo not too far behind, within
Mhm.
slip range, but he'll also start to feel the effects of dirty air if he does fall out. But
Yeah, as our loyal spectator Andy has said, Francisco on his highest position ever. Although that's not true, I've seen Francisco in P3 before, so although it's a great result from Francisco, not quite matching his best performance. Let's see the interval times, and it's the fight for P8. Tia is chasing down Francisco. As Tia hits the wall, not great. Dirty air is a real factor, and it certainly is there. Approaching now 210s. Ooh, goes pretty wide line that can loses you a little bit of time. Although I'm guessing that on the straight, Francisco will be overtaken and passed for P8.
yeah,
As
yeah.
Andy slurs in chat. Let's
Typical
look
Andy
at
moment.
Liquid Cooler 2 tenths behind Junior after the straight.
Hmm. So looking at the chat, Hazard has said he won't fight Death Rage, and Death Rage has said try to stay with me. Do you think that Hazard will let Death Rage pull him along? I mean, they have a pretty big gap.
Yeah, Leoparder is
So,
9 tenths. He must, yes, to keep it up himself, and for as long as this lap continues, and he can gain on the straight, but he really has to keep up for now,
yeah.
and he has to profit on the straights. That's all he can do, really. As he does gain through
Hmm.
sector 3, that was a pretty good line from him. Gained 2 tenths, so that boost on the main straight will be there if he follows the slipstream and doesn't weave, so doesn't gain anything at all. Entering turn 1, turn 2. Everyone gets it right. Turn 3, a tricky corner as the corner cut is close to the track.
Yeah.
And it's a very harsh one. You can lose around 2 seconds if you hit it, which is
Hmm.
suboptimal. Leoparder did get a great exit from turn 4. Entering turn 6. Oh, he's very close behind. He has got up exactly like what he should have done.
Yeah.
Liquid Cooler on the opposite line gets a better exit, but Junior is edging ahead as we enter turn 8 and 9.
This is some great racing by the two Envision cars and the Mogus
Mhm.
racing driver. Keeping it very clean. Very nice.
I think Hazard is purely still on track to help Nice Death. The tires by now are more than worn. unless
Yeah,
Hazard is gambling on a one stop, which seems unlikely.
it's
Leoparder
very
goes
interesting.
wide, does lose quite a bit of time. Still in that dirty air. Liquid Cooler diving on the inside of turn 6 ends up on the grass, so does not overtake quite yet. He keeps getting just there and then doesn't finish his move on the exit. But that might just be a different line from Junior that gets him the better exit. Oh, both tap the wall, but Liquid Cooler passes in the braking zone and gets repassed again. Yeah, Liquid Cooler is later on the brakes, which will give him a worse exit and a better entry.
Mm.
And Leo Potter is just right there. He has the slipstream now. Will he be able to send it deep into turn 1 as we enter the hill?
Interesting strategy by Hazard here. He's just admitted that he's doing medium soft soft,
Yeah, he's
which
staying out really, really long, which is unusual.
begs the question.
Liquid Cooler now ahead. Has he overtaken? It's still side by side, but I think he did get past. Leo Potter has
Yeah,
profited and is right back into the battle. Both and fishing cars now chasing Liquid Cooler.
this is a great fight from both teams.
Oh, Liquid Cooler goes wide and gets overtaken by both and fishing cars now.
Both drivers, yeah.
The last one in the group.
Tries cutting back. He doesn't make the move stick on Junior as
No.
Junior gets him. But
Oh,
oh,
Leopard Corner got
Leo,
it on the inside of
yeah.
turn 9 or 10, I'm not sure. And so Liquid Cooler is back into lead after only a few corners. Leoparder now has to. What happened to Leoparder? He's stuck on track. He's
Oh
standing
no,
still.
oh no,
Leo? Oh
Leo.
no.
Uh-oh.
He disconnected earlier in the qualifying session as well. Is he out of this race or not?
I don't know.
This is
It's not
this
looking
is
good.
quite an exceptional long time to stand still.
Yeah,
Normally you don't recover from this.
this is reaching MJ territory of standing still.
Oh, and he's
Oh,
out.
he's gone. That's unfortunate. That's not what you want to see.
No, really not. Um,
Oh yeah, definitely not for you.
he just has to. Yeah, it does beg the question: can Envision still secure as AP8 for Mogus Racing also disconnected earlier? So the maximum amount of points a constructor can gain in one race, if I'm correct, it's
28. Wait,
I
no,
think it's
29.
51 a constructor. So not just a one drive. 51
29 for,
is the maximum
yeah,
amount of points, if I'm
I
correct,
believe so.
and that they're 59 points ahead. So if Junior loses less than 7 points towards Liquid Cooler, he is good. So currently, Envision would still win the championship.
Anywho, it seems like Junior hasn't backed down from the challenge that he now has to take Cooler on by himself. But at the same time, it seems like both drivers are in a stalemate. So,
Leoparder is now here in the commentating booth.
Hello.
He has joined after disconnecting from this race, which is unfortunate, but it's not over yet for Envision. Junior hits the wall there. Liquid Cooler is getting a slight advantage, 1 second completely now. And Hazard is gaining rapidly towards Tia on those newer tires. Hazard, of course, deciding that he also wants to go for the two stop, did pit very, very late on those mediums, which is something, yeah, quite outstanding, something you shouldn't do logically.
Mm. It begs the question, how long is he gonna run those softs for? Because
Well, he
I,
he pitted lap 15, if I'm correct. So I say to lap 25 maybe, or
yeah,
24.
24,
But what we
24 would
might
probably
see
be
him
safe.
do is because he stayed out for so long, he might go for the medium soft to soft. Um,
Yeah,
it's
that's what
possible.
that's what he said he would do. He said medium, soft, and chat, which
Hmm.
I mean,
It's
I could
risky, but it can
see.
pay off.
Yeah, yeah. It's a gamble to say the
But
least.
he's gaining a lot of time, not only on Tia, but also on nice def rates, as he's gained more than a second towards nice def rates on these new tires. As we go down to the final corner for Liquid Cooler and Junior. Junior is now quite a
One
margin
point,
behind.
yeah, 1.3 seconds,
As
1.5.
Tia,
Ooh,
meanwhile, has been overtaken by Hazard and is already being gapped completely. So it's interesting to see how this will work out, as he's already separated himself from Tia by more than 2 seconds.
indeed. Meanwhile, Junior seems to be falling ever so slightly further out of slip range.
Hmm.
He's still there, so
Oh,
if Cola, sorry, does make us blah, English, does make a mistake, then there's every chance that the fight is back on. But it's at the same time, Junior has to be careful, or it could be over.
let's look at the constructors' standings, as there is still a fight going on between a few teams. Of course, Latin Racing and Lucky Stars are on the same amount of points. Currently, none of the Lucky Star cars are here, so and they haven't been for um, 6 races. Latin is going to overtake them. Also, I think the Blue Flag Racing cars are getting close to Scuderia Squadra, who are only 11 points ahead, with both drivers in 8th and 9th, and the Scuderia Squadra driver Tia in 7th.
Meanwhile, Hazard is hunting down Colab
Already,
very,
he closed up 2.5 seconds to Collab since we last
yeah,
went on board with him. So he's doing some great laps, and it might work out. It's a risky move, but he has to really make optimal use of these tires.
yeah, he has to clamp down now. We say that, but he's gained 7/10 already.
Hmm.
Oh, never
Ideally, he
mind.
can gap himself from Alf in P4 and secure a few seconds there. After these softs will logically drop off later compared to those hards.
Mm. Only 6/10 separating Colab and Hazard right now.
Hmm. Hazard now going up the hill into turn one. Gets close, not quite past it yet with the outside line. A great exit with Colab, shoots ahead but goes on the grass and does get overtaken into turn four. We go into turn five and down to turn six, one of the trickier corners where you can also lose a lot of time or gain a lot. Hazard again
Mm.
improving his sector one, his general sector one because of that slipstream. Now only barely behind, as we have Francisco pitting. his first stop. He is what tire will he go to? I think he is going to go to the medium.
Quite possibly.
Misses it pit box.
Oof.
As when
He's
Francisco
gone to
exits the pit,
mediums.
he might get a blue flag. So I'm
Most likely.
watching out for him.
Junior seems to be struggling a little bit, going by what he's saying in the chat.
Yeah, he might have made a mistake. He did. He is 3 seconds behind now.
Hmm. It's quite the gap that's formed between him and Cooler.
Hmm. Francisco being hunted down by P4. Around 6 seconds separating him from P4, and so he doesn't have to slow down just yet.
Speaking of P4, Hazard is right on Alf
Hmm.
gearbox.
It does look like the tires are starting to drop off because um, it didn't go as easy as it was in those first few laps, of course, but he will
Oh, of
probably be
course.
able to make the move stick in the next few corners. Because I'm saying that because Colab isn't losing too much time anymore and staying relatively in the same zone of his time. Although Hazard has made the move stick, and he is now fourth.
Very nice work by Hazard in
12
this second
seconds is what
stint.
he needs to gain. 11.9. For Junior, it's 2.9. 2.7 as we enter turn 4. And then turn 5. 2.5 seconds. He is gaining, but is it enough to gain back that slipstream range in the next few laps? He might go for the undercut, but personally,
Yeah,
I wouldn't do it, as both are gonna go to the softs, and one lap difference is not a lot, but on the soft tires, it makes a huge difference in terms of
yeah,
pace. So it's the best to just stay consistent, keep up, pit on the same lap as him. So I'm guessing they are gonna go for pitting in, what would it be, lap um 27, 27, 26, something like that. And yeah, he just has to keep consistent and gaining slightly, like a tenth per sector only, but it's what he has to do. As I think, no, no, never mind. Francisco is keeping the gap consistent and is gaining on Hazard, actually. So there's nothing he has to worry about. He is driving very calmly, improving his sector 1 times, currently
hmm.
in P11.
Meanwhile, it looks like Panda isn't too far from
Behind
Who's Your
Hoosier Tourette,
Trade.
yeah, 3.5
Yeah,
seconds. Everything is still possible, of course, 12 laps to go. And like Andy says, pit stops incoming soon. Panda corner cuts, so that gap will
yeah,
probably be a little bit bigger now. 4.5 is my
yeah.
guess. Four
Speak,
seconds.
speaking of the pit stops, that gap between Liquid Cooler and Junior hasn't changed a bit.
No,
Do
it
you
stayed
think?
really similar.
Yeah,
2.6.
I think Junior will probably go for the undercut and try jump him.
He might try to, but if it works out, it's another part of the plan. So it's interesting to see what will he decide, as the new rule implies that team bosses may not speak to the drivers during the race to gain any advantage.
Meanwhile, thank you, Andy. It appears Mac and Tia are in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, the fight
Neither
for
one,
P7.
Yeah.
which is a quite important fight actually, as these two teams are battling for the constructors position of, I think it's P6. Yes, it is. It's only 11 points separating to as Mac did corner cut. Just as we said that. He's 1.9 seconds behind now and goes wide to make it 2.3.
The strike of the commentator's curse hits again.
It's always me, isn't it? Junior lost 5 tenths. Not great. No, isn't looking great for him. It now really depends on who pits first.
Yeah.
But still, it wouldn't matter too much as long as he can,
Oh, Cola. Oh, Cola pits.
as
So
long
Cola
as he
Sorry, go
thought
ahead.
he crashed, bro. Okay, as yeah, as Junior only needs to remain the gap consistent towards Hazard is really what he has to do. So as long as Junior pits on time, like in 2 laps, and finishes the race, he will be fine.
hmm
Not too much going on right now.
Yeah.
Um, the best thing we can do is wait until the pit stop start, which can be any moment, as Liquid Cooler
Liquid
becomes
Cola
the first
goes.
one of the
Oh,
leading group. Junior stays out.
interesting.
Uh, yeah, it's quite interesting indeed. But Junior might just go for an overcut. Is actually what he might be doing.
Yeah.
Elf
I mean,
pits.
that makes sense. His tires will be fresher by 1 lap,
Hmm.
so
Or maybe what Junior is doing is a one stop.
if that's the case, he is an absolute mad lad.
I am. I want to know how this ends because it's quite interesting. It's 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 a gap of 21 seconds. So to be fair, he
It
could
could
keep it
work.
up.
Yeah.
So there's 9 laps left to go. 21 seconds. He has to make sure that he doesn't lose more than 2 seconds per lap. Exactly what Leopardo says in chat.
Mm.
Who knows? Let's keep the times that Liquid Cooler is setting in our eye, or maybe Junior will just pit right now, and we're just speculating too much. He does stay out. I
He
think he's
stays
going
out.
for the one stop. Oh, this can become quite interesting, as that
This is
does
a very big
mean
gamble.
Hazard is staying out. Currently, what is Hazard doing? Oh, he's
No,
going
he's
in.
pitting.
He's going in. Liquid Cooler 31.9. Let's see what happens to those times after 1 lap. 31.8 is what it will start on. Let's see what that if the time is under 29.8 before next lap. Um, Junior is in real danger. Otherwise, he might make it work.
Yeah. That gap has come down to 17 seconds.
Mm-hmm. 29.8 is the target time, and we're getting to the closer section where newer tires will gain massive amounts of time. 30.3, only 5 tenths left to go. I think he should have pit, but I'm not allowed
Yeah.
to tell him that. Only another driver from our team would be able to say that to him.
I cannot talk.
29.4.
Meanwhile, Death Rage pits, so now, while it is only temporary, Liquid Cooler will have to, provided he can catch up,
Mm-hmm.
will have to negotiate getting around Death Rage.
15
However,
seconds.
Junior could also play this smart and let Death Rage catch him and then just chill in Death Rage's slip if he can.
He has to keep off as long as possible. I've had
Yeah.
a similar
That
situation
will
in
corner cut, yes.
Pomodoro where I was on older tires and I was behind three drivers on newer tires. And what you have to do is make as many laps count because
Liquid is
you
making
want those
mistakes.
softs to wear as much as possible before they catch you.
Yeah, but Liquid Cooler is caught by or caught up by Francisco.
No,
Cool. What happened?
Francisco.
Oh,
Anyways, the gap Junior has to keep up. I think he can. You can. It's safe to say that he will get P3.
at
Just
the very least,
yeah, at the
yeah.
very least, it's unlikely that in 7 laps you will gain. You will lose 28 seconds.
Mm, very unlikely. But at the same time, as an Envision driver, you
And
know
it
that.
starts to rain. It starts to. Oh, how can
Oh,
that be?
I wonder.
5 seconds is now the gap to Junior. Does seem
Yeah,
like they're getting that 2 seconds per lap gain. It's 13 seconds from Liquid Cooler to Junior, and only 6 or 7 laps to go.
yeah. Like I said, I think Death Ray or Junior knows Death Rage is gonna catch him, so
Hmm.
I think he's going to what he's gonna try to do is uh he's gonna let Death Rage just pull him along for the final few laps. That's what I think he's thinking in his head. But at the
Hmm.
same time, he's gonna try let this go for as long as he can.
Go.
Whether that'll work out for him or not, I don't know.
Oh, it's getting close, as it's only
Yeah.
11 seconds from Liquid Cooler to Junior, and I'm not sure that
Oh
Junior
god.
is able to keep up that gap. If he'd pit now, he would be way too far behind. He would fight
Yeah.
Hazard, so it's too late to commit for a pit stop. But yeah, he just has to keep up right now and just yeah, hold on. That's all he
Yep.
can do. And the battle for P7 continues indeed from between Mac and Tia.
They've been
Ma-
going at it for
A few
quite a
laps now.
while
Yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
About 8 laps, I think.
Yeah.
Hmm. This chicken man slaps. This. Anyways, nice death rage is right on Junior and overtakes Junior. Added laps one.
Under time. Hmm.
Remove laps. We have gotten word that 5 laps will be removed from this race. Hazard receives fan boost. Fan boost.
Meanwhile, okay, so there's only 7 seconds, maybe even less,
6.
separating. Yeah,
Yeah, it's basically certain that Liquid Cooler will catch Junior with the pace he has.
yeah,
And to go into that fan boost attack mode, Hazard has to go on the off track on turn 1. So, yeah, blue flag for Francisco. Blue flag, blue
Funny you should mention that song, and I started playing in my head.
flag. What is he doing? Blue flag. There he goes. Hazard is being led by Francisco. 14 seconds is the gap from Hazard to Junior. No,
With
wait, that's the gap
only,
from. It's 18 seconds. Sorry. Unlikely that Hazard gets close, but. 4 seconds with 4 to go. Indeed. But it's getting closer and it's only 3.8.
yeah, I guess Junior could try. Oh wait, no, he can't try clinging onto. whatever slip Hoosier has because Hoosier is
A back marker.
quite a way ahead now. Not only is he a back marker, but he's also considerably far away. So
Hmm. That those old tires are yeah, on the end of their life or even past that. I wonder what his wear is at the moment. I can only wonder.
it's probably in the
40,
reds
50s.
now. Yeah,
I'd say it's in the 50s already. No, no,
yeah.
40s, 40s. No,
Those
60 or
tires are
7. No,
probably
60 or 70. Like
those
when you,
tires
when
are
you
probably
when you reach,
screaming. Oh,
yeah,
he's saying itself 50.
50, 50. Okay, 50. That's quite high. The highest I've ever been on an official league race was 67.
Jeez.
That was in season 5 per Conma. I remember it very well, and I was losing 5 seconds per lap. but that didn't matter. I was driving,
Anyway, here we are. We have 2 laps to go.
and
Well, 3 laps
Liquid
if we
Cooler
count this
is
one. And
on the back of Junior.
yeah,
It's the inevitable, really.
we knew it was gonna happen.
Unless Liquid Cooler disconnects right now.
This is gonna be a really tense final 3 laps for Junior
Liquid Cooler dives down the inside and
and makes it
takes
stick.
P2. Liquid Cooler
That
spins his
that, that
engine
was very
and
anticlimactic.
and his car erupts into flames. Erupts. And doesn't look like much will change here in the lead from what it's standing now. 1 second. Liquid Cooler is gaining rapidly with only 2 laps left to go. There's not much that Hazard can do. So I think most of this race is decided unless Mac can find his way back into P7, which is unlikely as he has to gain 2 seconds, and they're on the same tires. Safety car.
Now, Hazard getting a bit cheeky. I see. Trying
Yes.
to
Why
trying
would
to get
Junior
a.
give away a free championship? Yes. Let's do that.
So, with Liquid Cooler taking what? Is it 20 points for P2?
Yes. And then I think P3 is 16?
It's either
16.
16. Okay,
Yeah, it's 16.
so yeah. So Liquid Cooler has shaved 4 points off Envision's lead here today.
Mhm.
So that means it will go down to Kilima,
Mhm.
and I believe both teams will need to have both drivers finish the race for that to be determined. So it
And
could
we're
be,
on the last lap actually. I missed it. I
yep.
was looking at something, but
Seems like all the positions are pretty much set in stone at this point anyway.
yeah.
So
Hazard 7 seconds behind Junior. Junior's just chilling for his last few corners. Nice Death
yep.
Rage entering the last corner and will take the win here in Lodwijk to make it his. How many wins does he have now? This will be his
Lots.
eighth,
Is
his eighth this season. Purely dominant. And here goes
very.
Panda to cross the line to finish P9, Liquid to finish P8, Hoosier to finish P10, Then Junior will be the next one to win the constructors championships for Envision here in the Lodwijk. Then it will be Hazard and Elf. Go, Francisco. Don't let Magnificent pass you. Go, Francisco. Go. No. Okay, anyways, Tia goes, Collab goes in 6th, Tia in 7th, Mac in 8th, and Francisco P11 to round out the weekend. Yeah, Francisco overtakes it!
But yeah, it's been quite the weekend at Lodwick. Yeah. It was
Anyways,
not a snore fest.
no, it was pretty fun. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next week at Kilima.
Season